Hello, and welcome to The Pool is Abstract, where we're currently rewatching and dissecting the revived series of Doctor Who, episode by episode. My name is Connor, and with me is my smoking hot entity, it's Charlotte.
Oh,
Got a nice one today.
that's nice. Hello, thank you.
Right, I'm gonna preface this whole thing with a preamble that I don't have my headphones today. I've misplaced them, so I'm gonna try my best to fix the audio in post. If it's a bit crap, I'm sorry, but that's how it is.
Sorry.
We also have our cat roaming around, so you might hear random meows.
Yeah.
So if you do, that's Snacks.
Yeah, we've. Just a little personal update. I guess we're actually in our house now.
Yes.
I know we've mentioned before that we purchased one.
Yeah.
But we've actually moved in. So yeah, the cat is with us, and she's just so needy. So if we locked her out of the room, she'd be louder.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But we're going to plow on. We're going to hope everything goes okay. So today, Charles, we watched Series 3, Episode 7, called 42. It aired on the 19th of May 2007 and was written by who?
Chibnall.
Chris Chibnall.
Chris Chibnall.
What do you think?
Do you know what? Right, I've always had like a vibe about it.
Yeah.
But on rewatch, I guess because I was like, oh, we've got to watch 42.
Yeah.
I actually quite enjoyed it.
I did too. It's funny that, isn't it? I think it's because I've never thought of it as like a bad episode. It's just always been a very like mid to kind of subpar episode.
Yeah.
Because I think, especially when it's surrounded by stuff that's just better than it, particularly all the episodes that come after it are pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, for me, it's always been like, oh, we just got to get 42 out of the way and then we can do the other ones. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed this as well.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I guess, like I said, I was expecting it to be so much worse. But
There's not many of the Chibnall-isms from his era in that.
And I think it's a really interesting plot and the way like it goes like minute by minute as well.
Yeah, so obviously the elephant in the room, the title of the episode is 42. It has the shortest title of any televised Doctor Who story. And I think it's the only story whose title comprises of just a number and nothing else. But yeah, it's called 42 because allegedly it takes place in real time over the span of 42 minutes. It doesn't really. It does somewhat.
Yeah.
Give or take 2 minutes. But yeah, in general, do you like that gimmick?
I don't mind that because I could be so wrong. Is Sleep No More similar? I think it is.
Sleep No More jumps around a bit because the guy's narrating it, and then he says like, "Oh yeah," and then a couple hours later, and then it'll like it jumps around.
Right,
I think Sleep No More.
But I do quite like the because I guess it gives you a bit more agency.
Well, I think it's a cool concept, but I don't know. In this episode, for me, it doesn't feel any different from just a normal episode. I think because so many episodes have like a countdown anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
They have like a countdown till something blows up or something goes wrong. The pacing doesn't feel any more urgent to me than like any other episode of the show. So I think it's a cool idea, but I don't know. In execution, it just comes across a bit like just not really that unique.
I guess. Yeah, I guess I guess it's difficult because it's not like the whole thing set in one room where you could completely do it 42 minutes.
I think say if say Midnight, for example, was set in real time.
Yeah.
And there was a clock or something and you could see the clock counting down in real time. I think that would maybe be a bit different.
Yeah.
But there's so much running around and
haven't you?
Yeah, and because obviously the countdown is till they crash into this sun. It just feels like the countdown doesn't really feel necessary because you can kind of always see how close to the sun they are anyway. I think if it was like, I'd say it was a bomb, right? And it was like, once the timer hits 0, the bomb explodes. You kind of need that timer. But because you can see how close they are to the sun anyway, I feel like the timer's just kind of surplus.
I guess. I guess it's one of those things, not only that, but you also get the like the tannoy, like automated, 12 minutes till we
die.
Till we die. So I guess you don't necessarily need that like visual thing.
Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. I think maybe if it was set in like one room and you couldn't see the external threat,
yeah,
so the timer held a bit more weight.
Yeah,
then maybe it'd be better. But obviously that's a different hypothetical story we're talking about.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, obviously we have to bounce around. We've got to go to like the medic room, and we've got to go to like the what would you call it, like the engine room?
Yeah, the engine room. You got the med bay. You've got just a lot of just general like maintenance tunnels and channels where the engineers are. Yeah, a lot of this ship looks the same.
I will agree. Yeah,
with the exception of the med bay, which has the what do they call it, like the cryo freeze chamber.
Yeah, a
lot of this ship just looks the same.
I agree.
But I couldn't tell you. You know, with the airlock is the docking station where Martha gets jettisoned from. I couldn't tell you where in the ship that is.
No, and I mean, we'll get into it a little bit later, but the point where Martha's kind of got to run across the ship.
Yeah, she's supposed to run from one end to the other, basically, because she's got to vent the engines. But it's like, you don't really get a sense of how far she's got to travel.
No, it's only like the panning exterior shots.
But I guess that's more of a directing issue than a writing issue.
I guess.
But I will say, in defense of Graham Harper's directing, there's a few good moments in this, particularly the airlock sequence, you know, when she jettisons away and the doctor's sort of in the window and he's saying, I'll save you. And then she's like, what? And then you get to the point where it's just silent and you can just see him getting further and further away and just mouthing the words. It reminds me of that bit in Parting of the Ways when you can see the Daleks obviously saying exterminate, but you can't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool little thing. Like, it's an overused gimmick in a way when things are set in space and you're like, oh, we'll just cut the audio.
Yeah.
But Doctor Who doesn't do things like that very often. So I feel like when it does do it, it is impactful. Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, anything else you want to say about this before we just jump right into the plot?
Nothing in particular, I guess.
You did say to me before we start recording this, I'm going to have nothing to say about this episode.
Well, that's the thing. I did say to Con, like, that...
These are the episodes that are the hardest to talk about and to make, like, a good, like, hour and a half long, isn't it?
I'm sure we'll fill it with some bump, so... But, yeah, I think it's one of those things. If you really love something or really hate something, you have a lot of, like, emotion and thoughts on it.
Yeah. But whether you like something or dislike something, you've got things to say.
Yeah, you've got opinions. Whereas if it's like, yeah,
it's fine,
that's all right, then it's kind of,
Is this the first kind of it's all right episode we've had?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember. Like, just
I don't know, because obviously you and I feel slightly different about certain things. Like, I think I like Smith and Jones more than you do.
Yeah.
Again, Shakespeare Code is okay, but I think it's probably better than this.
I don't know. I genuinely
Gridlock I like. Daleks in Manhattan, again, is okay, but I lean more towards like it than not.
I mean, I'll get into it later on a bit more, but I think I generally have a lot more of a positive look on this episode than the rest of the series at the moment.
So far?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
But we'll get into that later.
Okay. I'm curious. So if we just jump straight in. So, red vortex. You know what that means? We're going to the future.
Oh.
There you go.
Why does the colour change?
I don't know. It was just something about the time vortex being like, when it's red, they go into the future. When it's blue, they go into the past.
So it's just a visual thing. There's no actual... There's surely got to be some lore thing.
I don't know, because again, the time vortex looks different like every era.
It does.
So that it's not really worth coming up with like an in-universe explanation for it, because as soon as they get to Matt Smith and it just looks like a tunnel of smoke, what's the fucking point?
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so they go into the future, because obviously this episode set in like the 40-something century. I don't know. Probably they've come from the Lazarus experiment, so... Yeah. So the Doctor and Martha are in the TARDIS. The Doctor's sort of sonicking Martha's phone. He gives her the superphone. He enables a universal roaming. He calls it a frequent flyer's privilege.
I have
question.
I'm so sorry, because you've only just gotten it,
but
I already have questions. None that matter, but why else would you listen to me? None of this matters.
What's your question?
So, a couple of questions. Question one. So he says that Martha asks if she can call anywhere, and he says as long as you have the
area code.
The area code. What is Earth's area code?
I would assume it's not that Earth has an area code. It's she can type in like Cardiff's area code, and it's fine, because presumably other planets would just have area codes that are like more digits. Or less digits? I don't know. Maybe you just got to go into the settings and change your location.
Maybe it's already there.
Maybe you go settings and you go Earth, and then it just gives you a list of their area codes.
Do you think it's like the doctor's automatically set like it to just not put the area code in for Martha's?
I feel like we might have had this exact conversation when we did End of the World. When he did this for Rose.
I don't think we did, because he didn't mention area code.
No, he didn't, but I feel like we talked about the logistics of how the superphone works.
I mean, yeah, we did.
I feel like we might have had this conversation.
We did. Similar, but yeah. I mean, that's question 1. And question 2, again, none of this matters, but does Martha have to pay, like, long distance? She can get... Bill is massive.
I would assume the doctor's like, I don't know.
Fangled it. So.
I don't know. He's like, I don't know, he's got a VPN on. Do you know what I mean? So it's like...
I was thinking more like the doctor's got, like, I don't know, he's got like a family plan. He adds everyone on.
It's like, oh no, our companion's dead.
He's like,
oh.
remove him from the family plan.
Remove him from the family plan.
Yeah, he's like, add Rose.
He's got like a little iCloud family thing going on.
Yeah. So
Do you think he
all
pulls up the
builds to
Find My
him.
Phone and just sees Rose on Parallel Earth and he's like, oh.
Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, I was wondering whether
Is that how he keeps an eye on like Ian and Barbara and like Vicky and Jamie and all the classic Who companions?
Because that's the thing, like when I guess
he wouldn't have given them superphones. What am I talking about?
I guess it's never really covered. But when like when a companion leaves, does it stay the same?
Does what stay the same?
Like, do their phones stay the same? So can they just like...
Or do they still have the superphone?
Yeah, so like can they just call like somebody...
That's my question. Does Rose's superphone work across dimensions? Can she call N-Space from Parallel Earth?
I'm assuming not.
I would assume not too.
Because, well then, the Doctor's able to send a message across. I know not only because he's like using the TARDIS and...
you said he was burning up a star just to say goodbye.
Yeah.
So that must take a lot of energy.
So I guess theoretically,
and even then,
if Rose had enough knowledge and power, maybe she can send a text message.
She just burns this sun.
Yeah. But yeah. I just like the idea of Martha just, I don't know, because she meets a guy at the end of this.
Yeah.
I thought she just goes back to Earth and she just sends him a text.
Yeah, she could, couldn't she? She could just take his number.
Yeah.
Assuming they use phones.
It's true. And
far in the
I mean,
future.
he would also have to have...
Oh yeah, universal room. Well, I don't know, because Martha's mum doesn't.
I guess. Yeah, but she's calling her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Martha would have to call him.
Yeah, but he couldn't text her back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's got the control in this relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she gets her superphone. She goes to call her mum, but they materialize in a spaceship. It's very hot. They're answering a distress signal that the doctor's picked up. The doctor says that the spaceship's engines aren't operating properly. They open the door to the next room, and then they get pulled through by 3 crew members, who are then they slam the door shut, and they're also like, "Who are you?" And they basically say, "Hey, we're here to answer your distress call." So this is where we meet the captain, McDonnell, and she explains that the engines have cut out and left the ship. It's called the SS Pentalion on a crash course with the local star. So it's kind of like drifting into a big sun. I did a little bit of research. Apparently the ship was originally called the Icarus. However, do you know Sunshine, the film?
I don't think I do. Not by...
There's a film called Sunshine. It's kind of like, you know, like Armageddon and like Deep Impact, like one of those kind of things. There's a film called Sunshine which came out around the same time, and that had a ship called the Icarus 2.
Oh, so they...
so it was renamed...
2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, it was renamed the SS Pentalion after the Pentalion drive that was mentioned in Revenge of the Cybermen back in 1975.
Bloody hell.
So like, we're just going to make it a little reference instead. Yeah, so there's a monitor on the wall, and it says that the projected time until impact is 42 minutes. At this point, the doctor suggests evacuating everyone, into the TARDIS. But the ship has started to vent the excess heat through the room that the TARDIS is in, obviously making it kind of unreachable. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Martha looks out the window and she's like, "Doctor, look!" And he has a look, and you can see the sun Sure, that's just the cold open then. Then we get titles. So meanwhile, the others are trying to move to the main engine room to try and fix the engines, and the Doctor finds that all the engine-related machinery has seemingly been destroyed, and he says, someone knew what they were doing. He notices that they're in the Taraji system, and that they're using energy scoops for fusion. He says, like, are you still using energy scoops? Shouldn't they be an outlawed by now? And she just kind of looks at him, and she's like, what would you do for an upgrade? I have a thing here that I think you'll find funny. So the story originally took place in the Peony system, but it became the Taraji system following concerns that the original name would be misheard as penis. Peony system.
The penis system.
Peony system.
Oh. I mean, yeah.
I thought that's something that would make you chuckle.
It's so sad, isn't it? You put so much work into naming stuff, and then somebody says something, you're like, oh God, we've got to change
It's like when you're like,
it.
oh yeah, we're going to call our daughter this. Oh, it's lovely. And then someone's like, oh, I don't know, in school they're going to get called this. And you're like, oh, for God's sake.
Like what your mum did.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, you got to feel for him. I mean, fair enough. I don't blame him.
Yeah. So the Doctor gets Martha and Vashti, one of the other members of the crew, to open a series of doors that are password protected to access the control room where the auxiliary engines can be activated and hopefully get them away from the damn sun. He tells Martha to be careful.
And she's very happy about this. She's like,
he said, thank you, be careful.
Yeah. She's like, I will. You too.
Yeah. So at this point, we meet the ship's medical attendant, Abby, played by the lady who goes on to play Rosa Parks in Rosa.
Oh, yeah, she does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I've only just linked that.
I literally said to you while we were watching it, there's Rosa.
I ignored you. You know what I'm like. I get fully absorbed into things. There's no outside world.
Yeah, well, when you didn't reply to me, I was like, okay, never mind. So Abby calls the main engine room to say that Corwin, the captain's husband, is having some kind of seizure. The Doctor tells everyone else to keep trying to save the ship, but Kath to go with him to the sick bay where they find Abby, Ashton, and Corwin. So Corwin's lying near like a stasis chamber. He's got his eyes closed and he's kind of screaming. He's like crying, "It's burning me!" They're all trying to like calm him down, but he's obviously just shaking around. He's in pain. So the Doctor just sedates him real good. Just jabs him right in the neck. Once Corwin's unconscious, the Doctor tells Abby to test Corwin to find out what's wrong with him.
Because the Doctor scans him, doesn't he, with a sonic?
Yeah, he sonics his face and he's like, oh, his temperature's rising and this and that.
He says something weird with his DNA. He's like, do like a DNA check.
Did you notice anything about the stasis chamber? No?
I'm guessing I should have.
The stasis chamber is the MRI machine from Smith & Jones.
Oh, I guess.
It's the same prop that they've just redecorated and just painted it red.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
But yeah, the one that the plasmavore is obviously like rigging to explode. So the Doctor and McDonnell return to the rest of the crew. Abby is being asked, what's Corwin's condition, and she says that he's heavily sedated and she needs more time. But what she doesn't notice is his hands are twitching.
He's twitching quite a lot. I don't know how she doesn't notice this.
She's on the other side of the room, I
guess, but she's standing next to him for a little bit because she's like speaking to the Doctor through the tannoy, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like touching his face. He's like his face is scrunching. He's wiggling his arm.
She's touching his face.
He's touching his.
He's picking his nose.
She's plaiting his hair.
She's giving him a hairbrush.
Yeah,
he's on his front, kicking his feet back. He's twirling his hair. Right.
She put a face mask on him.
Cucumbers on his eyes. Yeah. She returns to report some really strange results, but then she breaks off because Corwin's got up. Corwin's kind of backed her up against a wall, and when she goes to call for help, everyone just hears her scream. And And he says, "Burn with me."
She's like, "Oh, that's sick." Well, I said like that's sick. No, like that's sick.
That's sick blood.
That's sick blood.
What a good catchphrase.
Yeah. You can note
That's
that one
sick.
down.
Can I borrow that?
Sorry.
Good God.
And then she dies.
Yeah, and then Rosa dies.
Oh.
She didn't last as long in this one.
No. Well, at least she lasted to the end in Rosa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she has to go through some other trauma, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, bless her.
Anyway, the Doctor runs over to Abby while Martha and Riley are opening doors. They've got to answer like pub quiz style questions. Apparently the crew set them up after a night of drinking, thinking, hey, if we get boarded or something, we're the only ones that know the answers. Doesn't really work though, because he says that the crew's changed a couple times since then. Yeah, the first one is to find out the next in like a series of numbers. Doctor works it out straight away, did he? What were they? What was the sequence? See how much you were paying attention.
3.
No, not what were the numbers. What was the link?
Oh.
What was the series of numbers?
They're like...
If you remember the numbers, that would have been insane.
I know it begins... It's like a 3, 9...
No, I don't want you to give me the numbers.
That's what I'm more likely to... It's something to do with them being prime numbers, but they're like under perfect numbers.
Yeah, they were happy prime numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the number?
Oh, I have no idea.
I
It
feel
was
like
300 and something. It was like 347 or something like that.
I thought it was like 392 or
I
something.
mean, it might be. I don't know. I'm not that autistic. Jesus.
Come on, Connor. Where's your facts?
Well,
I'm gonna
leave me alone.
I'm gonna have to Google this. Now.
So Charlotte's now going to take a time out to Google the
No,
answer.
you could keep talking.
Yeah, so the Doctor pops up on the comm with the answer, and he tells them, Riley says, yeah, that the crew's changed since they set the questions.
Oh, so fucking close. 379.
379.
Yeah.
What did I say? 347?
Something like that.
And you said 3 dots. So it's kind of like,
Where are they?
kind of like halfway between us both. Yeah, so the next question category is classical music. What's the question?
Oh, it's the thought of the Beatles and Elvis being classical music. Yeah, which one sold the most?
Who had the most number ones, I think? Elvis Presley or the Beatles?
The Beatles.
Yeah, Martha asked the Doctor, and he's basically like, I don't know, I'm busy.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Martha rings her mother for help. Unbeknownst to Martha, that Francine Jones has had her call tapped by Sinister Woman. Me and Rob talked about this in the Lazarus Experiment, but there's a guy there, and his name's like Mysterious Man or something.
Yeah.
And that was originally supposed to be him here, but they couldn't get him back.
Oh, so they've just...
Hence the birth of Sinister Woman.
Do you know what's really terrible? The fact that, because we only, the way after the episode, we were looking at like who's in the episode, and the fact that I know her name now.
What do you mean?
Like I know the woman who plays Sinister Woman.
Oh, right.
It's just a stupid bit of trivia that I'm now gonna probably.
Well,
remember.
apparently Sinister Woman, the character, not the actress. Apparently her real name is Miss Dexter.
Oh.
So, the more you know. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Doctor finds the imprint of Abby on the wall, and he works out that she was vaporized. He reads the medical reports and says that Corwin has been infected in some way and can now seemingly vaporize people. MacDonald doesn't really want to believe that Corwin could be responsible for that or for sabotaging the ship and killing Abby, obviously. Eventually, she tells the rest of the crew to avoid him anyway, though, just to be on the safe side. We meet Ashton, who's working on the engines, and he sends Erina a message asking for more tools. Erina's not happy about it.
Erina's response: "Get the tools, make a drink."
Yeah, sweep the floor. Yes, yes, yes. She goes, "Oh, just kill me now," and then she like closes the cupboard door, and then yeah, Colwyn's there.
One issue I have, right, about both crew members' deaths at this point. Nobody runs. Nobody tries to get away. They're just like,
To be fair to Abby, she was backed in the corner.
you could have tried and done something.
Erina absolutely could have run away.
She stood there for a good. She looked at him for a good amount of time. He looked at her
Because they always really slowly reach up to that visor they've got on to like turn the little thing to open the visor so they can open their eyes. Erina absolutely could have run away.
Yeah.
Abby, I will defend and say she was backed in the corner.
Even then, though, do you mean just like?
And to be fair, she didn't know that death was on the cards.
I guess that's true.
Where Erina had a heads up. So, yeah, she has no survival instinct.
This is why she was the lackey.
Yeah. So he backs her up against the locker and he vaporizes her. Kath asks the doctor, can you save Corwin? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, don't lie to me, doctor. I've come too far. We bought this ship together. Last thing I want is false hope. I don't know why I turned to Cockney. Don't worry about it. And he basically says, no, look, he's too far gone. There's nothing we can do. And he kind of demands to know if there's anything she's hiding. He says, like, what, he's just got infected from nowhere? You haven't come across anything? No one's working on anything in secret? He says the attacks are provoked and personal. Yeah. Because they're coming for her specifically, apparently. I don't know how they know. I don't know how they know that yet, but
even then, I don't think they are. How are they coming for her?
Well, I think later on they talk about it, don't they? Because they say, like, oh, it's your fault. But at this point, they don't know that. It just looks like they're killing people. So I wonder if that's something from, like, an earlier draft.
Yeah.
And things were cut. Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, they're just... It's not even like they're questioning people and asking where she is, and then they're killing her.
Yeah.
Or, like, killing, like, the... You could... Even if it was mentioned, like, so far all the deaths have been females, but... Do you mean? Nothing like that's mentioned, so it's like, is it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, she says she knows everything about the ship and the crew, and no one's hiding anything from her. Corwin at this point goes to find Ashton. He says they're getting too far, and we must share the light. And he kind of grabs Ashton by the head. I used to say, go, it just starts like steaming and shaking. Instead of killing him, he kind of like starts smoking his head and seemingly possesses him too. So at this point, Ashton also grabs a helmet. Yeah. And he goes to Martha and Riley. The whole burn with me thing. He goes to take them out. He reaches up for his visor, but at this point they just book it and they run. And they hide in an escape capsule. Yeah. And they kind of lock themselves in to keep away from him. They're all kind of like, ha, gotcha. And then he just starts like hitting some buttons to try and like jettison the escape pod.
This sequence makes me laugh quite a bit.
Yeah.
I know it shouldn't, but like how he's just bashing numbers, and then I can't remember the guy's name who's with Martha. Riley's then just bashing numbers.
Yeah, that's the thing, because all the keypads, there's no like mouse or like touchpad system here. They're all just like numpads, like 0, 1 through 9. Yeah, and they're all just like going beep 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 beep. And it's funny because Ashton's trying to jettison them out into space, and Riley's doing the same thing on the inside to try and like cancel it. And then, like, the doctor shows up. Or Martha calls for the doctor, sorry, and then the doctor eventually shows up. And then Ashton basically just punches the paddle and, like, breaks it, puts his fist through the wall, and he seemingly just jettisons it and, like, breaks the circuit, Riley says. So he can't do anything. I mean, I guess, if you want.
It seems a bit stupid, doesn't it?
I mean, I not as stupid as just climbing into a skate pod anyway.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the doctor tries to kind of like taunt Ashton a little bit into like raising his visor. He's like, "What are you? I want to know who you are." But obviously, like say, Ashton just kind of destroys the system. At the same time, Corwin is walking around and he finds the captain, McDonnell. And she's what is it?
Because she's what is she doing? I can't remember, but
she's with Scannell. At this point, I can't remember what they're doing.
Because I thought she was on her own, and then Corwin has found her.
Scannell's just behind her.
Yeah, and Scannell just like comes in and then.
Yeah, because she's like, Corwin, it's me. It's your wife, McDonald. And he kind of like stops for a second, and she's like, "Oh, you recognise me? It's me. You know, we love each other." Yeah. And Ashton basically says, "It's your fault." And yeah, she's walking backwards. He's sort of, I don't know, approaching her. He goes to lift the visor, and at this point, Scannell turns this big valve, which opens a pipe above him, and it kind of.
It's like a coolant system.
Yeah, it looks like steam, but it seemingly like freezes him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Corwin falls to the floor, dead. It also causes, like, Ashton, who's now in front of the doctor, also has like a bit of a wobble.
Yeah.
And
It's like he also.
It's like he feels it as well. And again, it's really interesting because the doctor's like right up in his face, and he like goes, "Oh," and he kind of like stumbles, and you see the doctor kind of gives him this look of like, it's initial confusion of like, what is that? But you can see his eyes are like, DC's really good here because he's like, you can tell he's deducing.
Yeah.
He's working stuff out. And I think this is clearly where he works out they're connected in some way. It's not separate infections. It's seemingly one entity.
Like a hive mind. Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't say as such, but you can tell this is where he's kind of working that out. But then, Ashton sort of, I don't know, recalibrates himself. He gets back up and then just walks straight past the doctor and like shoulder barges him out the way like a school bully. And then what happens next? At
that point, obviously, the doctor then goes to the glass, and Martha's like, "Doctor, it's me," and she's like tapping on the glass, like, "Ah."
It's like that bit from Partners in Crime.
Yeah, she's like really happy to say hi, and he's like, "No, I will save you." She's like, "Oh," he's like, "I will save you."
Yeah,
I love her. She's like, "Oh, he's come. I knew he was going to come. It'll be fine." And like, oh no, it's not going to be. Oh no.
But it's quite sad though, because when the pod jettisons away, and obviously the doctor's looking really sad at the window, and Martha just looks at him through the window and just kind of like, just under her breath, just says sorry, and then just kind of like cuddles into Riley. So that's quite sad. The doctor calls Scannell over the comms and he demands a spacesuit for that area of the ship. He's like, "Why? What for?" He's like, "Don't ask questions. Just bring it." Yeah, because Scannell says earlier, like, "I don't take orders from you, mate. I take orders from one person around here and it's not you."
Saying that, though, I mean, he's probably changed his mind because he's just saved, is it McDonald?
Yeah.
And she just instantly has a go at him. She's like, "Why did you do that?" He was going to kill you. Well, you don't know we could.
You killed him. He's like, "The doctor already said he's long gone. He doesn't know that." You're like, "Oh, there's always got to be one skeptic in the group, haven't there?" I
mean, it's literally him. He literally says at the start that he's so negative the whole way through, and even then he's like, "Well, it is what it is, isn't it? He's dead. I had to."
Yeah.
You got to respect him.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, this is where I have an issue, right?
Right.
So I understand why there isn't much time.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like the doctor going outside the ship to as what's his name? What is the guy who brings him the suit? What's his name called?
Scannell.
As Scannell says, he's like, "It's suicide.
Yeah.
You're going to die. It's too hot out there."
Yeah.
Literally, he's not even like on the dark side of the ship.
Yeah.
It's like direct sun. Why wouldn't he go into the place where the TARDIS is being held? Because we know that room's very hot. And not only that,
good point.
Why didn't they mention that they had suits then? Because he was like, "My ship's in there."
I don't think the suit really protected him from the sun. I think the suit was just so he had oxygen.
No, it protected, but it would have had.
No, because the ship had shields that was protecting from most of the heat. But they make a reference earlier to say like it's on like 20% or something like that.
Yeah, but even then, it wouldn't protect him.
No, it is a good point. The only thing I can think of is maybe because of the steam in the room the TARDIS is in, maybe because it's in a boxed-in area, it's just more concentrated. Do you know what I mean?
It's the sun.
Yeah, well, I get, yeah.
And they're like, what? Like 5 minutes from impact at this point.
Maybe the Doctor could get in there, but none of the others could.
Yeah, but then he could just drive it.
Drive it.
He should just fly it.
It just skirts across the floor like a skateboard.
The only thing I could argue is that I guess the Doctor might not have been sure whether the TARDIS would have survived it, but then the TARDIS has survived.
Maybe it would be harder
worse.
to skirt the TARDIS along the floor because the ship's moving.
I don't think
So it's like it's not just trying to land in a stationary target, but it's trying to land on something that's moving. I don't know. This could just be another example of Chris Chibnall not really thinking things through.
Maybe. I mean, everybody does. There's always going to be loopholes.
Well, that's the thing. It is just... It's not like the Doctor doesn't give it a go, because he goes to open the door to get into the TARDIS, and it literally blows him back.
Yeah.
So it's not as if he's like, oh, I'm not even going to try.
Yeah. And it's also that thing of like, why the fuck would you put the remagnetization of the jettisoned thing on the outside of the ship? The only thing I can think of is that the only other way they could do that would be in like the central hub section. However, they can't get to it, so they're like, well, there's one on the outside of the ship for some reason.
It's like an emergency one, maybe.
Yeah, but then again, why would you stick it out there?
I don't know. I didn't develop it.
Of all places.
Do you think that's how Elon builds them? No?
The thought of it, like, if you need help, it's on the outside.
If you need help, you left it back on Earth. Sorry. Yeah, so in the capsule, Martha tells Riley to have faith in the Doctor. She's like, oh, he's bloody marvellous, this Doctor.
Yeah.
And he basically says he hasn't found anyone to put his faith in. Because she says something like, I have faith in him or something. She's like, don't you have anyone to put your faith in? And he basically says, not really.
Yeah, because he's like saying, like trying to break the news to her, being like, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
it
like,
is what
look,
it
we're
is.
too far away. There's nothing he can do. We're going to die. We've got like 5 minutes. Sorry.
If anything, they'd have less time because they're being propelled into the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is when we find out a bit about his family. He says they're all gone, basically. He doesn't really have any romantic attachments.
No. Oh, she's surprised when he doesn't says he doesn't have a relationship, and she's like, ask him if he has a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and he's like, being part of the ship and the crew doesn't allow time for relationships.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, Martha's like, oh my God, Mum, she's going to think I've just disappeared. And Riley says, well, call her. So she does. She phones Francine another time and tells her, like, hey, Mum, I love you. And she tries to just get her to kind of like just converse about life.
Yeah.
But Francine just keeps trying to talk about the Doctor. She's like, is that Doctor with you? And she's like, Mum, just leave it.
I don't love, but like the idea of the fact that like Martha died here, and like the last conversation she had with her daughter, she was like trying to capture the man that she was with.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it would have just reaffirmed her suspicions, wouldn't it?
It would have, yeah. She would have been like, knew it.
Yeah. But yeah, she's like, just tell me about what you had for breakfast, what you watched on TV last night, how much you hate Dad, just whatever, just something normal. And she's like, is that Doctor with you? And she's like, Mum, just leave it. And she's like, is he though? He's dangerous. And Martha's just like, all right, bye, Mum. Yeah, so she just hangs up, and then Riley kind of like comforts her. Yeah, this is when we get that like cliche thing where the sinister woman is talking to sorry, she's not talking to, but as Francine's talking to Martha on the phone, sinister woman is like
trying to encourage her to keep the conversation going because they're listening in. Yeah,
but
I'm assuming they're trying to track their locations.
Yeah, obviously it's not going to work.
No.
But she's doing that cliche thing that they do in movies where they like point the finger out and they like spin it in a circle as if to be like, keep going. Yeah, so Scannell tries to talk him out of it, like he said, but the Doctor puts on the spacesuit because he's going to go outside to magnetize the ship and pull the escape pod back from the sun. Meanwhile, McDonnell lures Ashton into the medical bay, and basically freezes him to death in the stasis chamber.
Yeah.
It's funny because she baits him in the room and then she like punches him in the gut and he's like, oh.
And then she just shoves him
she shoves him into like the stasis bay and she turns the temperature up and he just looks like he's getting railed.
I'm not gonna lie.
She like puts him in the machine and he's this big buff guy with this big helmet on. He's just there going, oh.
See,
and she's just like punching him in the balls and just like.
Is she?
Probably, I don't know.
See, I was thinking like more of a, because obviously she's not able to put him all the way in.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
he's kind of bent over.
It's like his waist up.
Yeah.
Kind of. But she's obviously holding him down on his back.
Yeah.
Like the first time I watched this, and obviously because it's been a while, I kind of forgot. I was like, did she lose her arm? It's like, did she freeze her arm like in this?
Oh no, it'd be like Snowpiercer. Oh God. Yeah. The cat's just come to say hello, so if you hear a random knocking, she might have just hit the microphone arm.
Oh yeah, she has multiple times. Yeah.
So outside, the Doctor struggles to press the magnetic pull control cord thing. He's trying to reach it and he just quite can't. This is when I said, like, it's a good thing he's like one of the taller ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine like McCoy trying to reach this?
It's so funny because
Martha, I can't bloody reach it.
this is like, it just shows our attention span. Like mid-episode, Connor's going, so which one do you think is the tallest Doctor? I was right though, I guess Tom Baker.
Yeah, it is Tom Baker. Apparently he's 6'3".
He seems tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
McCoy is shorter than Jodie Whittaker, let it be known.
what was he, like 5'3" or something?
5'2", 5'3", something like that.
Oh, he's so small.
Yeah. Originally, apparently, the Doctor was supposed to be sort of scaling the outside of the spaceship.
Yeah.
But it was deemed too expensive. So they settled for this thing where he's just trying to reach it.
Yeah.
After he pulls it and he pulls the pod back and everyone's like celebrating, the Doctor climbs back into the ship and he looks at the sun and he's kind of like staring into it. And this is when he realizes it's alive. And then he gets infected. Then he gets Juju eyeball. So the escape pod comes back to the launching point. Martha and Riley come back into the ship. They're obviously all happy. And then they see the Doctor just like writhing in pain on the floor.
Well, this is the thing, right? So this is what I was a little confused at. So obviously he magnetizes the ship back. But when he's looking at the sun and being like, "Ah, it's so pretty. Ah, it's alive," you can't see the pod. It's not there. Where's it gone?
Pass.
Because I thought when he looked, and again, like when he looked, I thought he'd be like, "Where are they?" And then, "Oh, there they are." Not, sun, pretty.
Pretty light.
Pretty light.
Like Lux.
Yeah.
When Lux sees the sun, he's like, oh. Yeah. The Doctor tells him to stay away. His eyes are starting to like glow and he's like trying to like keep them closed, like scrunching his eyes shut. McDonald arrives and the Doctor very, very angrily kind of explains that because she illegally mined the sun for fuel without checking for life signs, she's injured the sun and scooped out the heart of a living being. They're like, you can't know that, but he basically just shouts that the sun is alive because it's in him. She says checking would have taken too long. We would have been caught because using the fusion scoop is illegal. And he's still got his eyes shut and he asks them to kind of put him into the cryostasis chamber and to take him below, was it minus 200?
I think he said, don't take him below 200. Because I'm almost certain he says he can't survive lower than that. So he was like, take me up to that.
Yeah. But hopefully that'll kill the bit of the sun entity that's like in him before it uses him to kill them. Yeah. If that makes sense. It's a bit weird that the Doctor's just totally game to kill this thing.
I mean, it's the Doctor.
It's 10th Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bit earlier, isn't there? You know, like right at the beginning when he's talking to McDonald after Corwin is like knocked out and he's asking her these questions and you can clearly tell she's upset. And I feel like any other Doctor would have backed off.
Yeah.
But you can tell he's just got this thing of like, look, I'm trying to save everyone. Just be useful.
Yes. Stop prohibiting me from doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Stop stopping me from saving the day. Grieve later.
To be fair, she takes it very well. She's like, just tell me, what is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a couple of questions around this.
Around what?
So obviously the doctor, he says about freezing it out of him.
Yeah.
Like you said, so it would be killing that part of the sun, which it's strange that he's happy to do that. But as when they try and do that, they struggle to freeze him, which we'll get on to.
Yeah.
And then he comes up with a different idea.
Yeah.
Why didn't he try that in the first place? Because he obviously would have got that from...
maybe he wasn't thinking clearly because he's being riddled with infection.
I don't know. He's still telling Martha, like...
Yeah, maybe... I don't know. Maybe he was like... Because he does say to Martha, like, I'm so scared.
He does, yeah.
So maybe he's like... In that moment, he's just focused more on getting this thing out of him and then solving the bigger problem later.
That's true.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Nearby, though, obviously Corwin was killed, in quotations, earlier, but now his body starts to twitch again. Riley runs in and Scannell asks his favourite colour for the password, but Riley doesn't know what the answer is. The women carry the doctor to the med centre. Martha kind of lets go of him to open the instructions, and he reaches out for her really quickly in panic. He's like, Martha, where have you gone?
No.
That's cute. But yeah, she's like reassuring him. She says like, hey, you saved me, now it's my turn to save you. So he kind of repeats his instructions to McDonnell. And she's like, you can't possibly survive these temperatures. And she's like, hey, look, he's not human. If he says he can do it, he can do it. And she keeps trying to like interfere, and Martha's like snaps her and it's like, haven't you done enough damage?
Well, yeah, because McConnell's trying... Obviously, Martha doesn't know how to use this fucking machine. And she's trying to learn on the spot. Yeah. Which is very risky because one, either A, she could kill the doctor by freezing him too much, or B...
It's a really easy machine to use. She just presses 200 and then start.
I know, but that's the thing. McDonald knows how to use it. Yeah. I know you hate her, but just let her...
Take control.
Use the machine and then tell her to piss off.
Yeah, I know. So the doctor tells Martha he can only take 10 seconds in the chamber, I think. So he's like crying in pain. He says it's burning him up. He can't control it. He says, if we don't get rid of it, I could kill you. I could kill you all. Yeah.
Poor Martha's like, oh.
He's like, oh God. It's really horrible though, actually, because when he's in the chamber and he's like freezing and there's a shot of Martha like looking into like space, not outer space, as in like the middle distance. And she just looks like she's not even present. She's like kind of like not smiling, but kind of like,
I guess she's going into doctor mode. Do you know what I mean? In the sense of like let's be fair, doctors just see the most horrific things. Yeah. She's probably used to having something horrible happen in front of her or have happened and just have to like push it back. Yeah. So I guess it's in that sense. Can you imagine Rose wouldn't be able to do that?
Oh, absolutely not.
She'd be like,
what do I do, Doctor? Tell me what to do. Where's the heart of the TARDIS? Yeah. So yeah, this is when the doctor basically confesses he's scared. He says, I'm scared. I'm so scared. And he tries to tell Martha about regeneration. He's like, look, there's a thing that can happen when I die. And she's like, don't worry, you're not going to die, mate.
Well, this is a thing, right? Because another question I had. So I know it says if he dies, like obviously regeneration happens, but he if he's killed too quickly, he can't regenerate. Yeah. And also, we've already been told that, is it for Corwin? Is that his name? That his DNA's been rewritten.
Good point.
So would the doctor's DNA be rewritten? And then later on, when he is overtaken...
Possibly. Oh, I don't know, because maybe his Time Lord physiology would recognise that something's trying to rewrite his DNA and start the regeneration process early.
But then, theoretically, it should have already have been happening. Because Corwin was writhing in pain before. And then the doctor was like, his DNA's
He's special,
changing.
he's Timeless Child. And you'd know that because it was Chris Chibnall that wrote this.
He's special because he's number 10. And he gets away with a lot of stuff.
He does get away with a lot of stuff. Remember in the End of Time when he falls like thousands of feet and then smashes through a glass ceiling and he just gets up?
Yeah. And like, you know, just... Yeah.
The fourth Doctor fell from a shorter height and it killed him.
Yeah, to me, he's fine.
Can you imagine that, though? You know, the Doctor's regenerations are always like, with the exception of Paul Colin Baker, it's always this grand, like, thing of like, oh, I'm going to sacrifice myself to save my friends, or I don't know, a noteworthy
shot
moment
by a mob.
Yeah, but it's the thought of 10 just being like, oh, I shouldn't have looked at the sun. I shouldn't have looked at it.
It was so shiny.
Like, what happened? I got infected. Oh no, what was it? He's like, I looked at the sun. I shouldn't have done it.
Why did he look at the sun anyway? I mean, on Earth, people be like, don't look at the sun.
He's got Time Lord eyes.
Well, what? Not for long.
No, now he got sun eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Martha starts the freezing process while the Doctor's screaming. It's kind of interrupted by Corwin. Somewhere else on the ship, he manages to like turn off the power to the stasis chamber.
Yeah.
He's like the engineering department or something he's in.
Yeah, he's in the engine rooms and he just like literally does like the typical pull down switch.
Pull like the switch from COD Zombies.
Yeah.
He just pulls that down. Yeah. Yeah, the temperature only reached -70, so the Doctor's obviously still like struggling with the entity. He tells Martha that she has to go to the front of the ship to jettison the fuel, which will return the living particles back to the sun. She says she doesn't want to leave him, but he convinces her to, basically. She's like, I'm not going to leave you, and he's like, just do it.
I think this is really cool because like we have the shots of him in the chamber, where you can see the
he's covered in like frost.
He's covered in frost, but it's really cool to see how quickly he defrosts.
Yeah,
it's like show like obviously
everyone's really sweaty in this, aren't they?
Except Martha, and well, this is the thing we brought up at the start because I was saying like how warm he must have been.
The Doctor's in like a 3-piece suit. He's got like a t-shirt, then like a shirt, and then his like suit jacket over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not a bead of sweat.
He's got his tie on.
No, he doesn't have his tie.
It doesn't have his tie in this one.
But everybody else is like proper oil slick, shiny.
Yeah.
They got like the nape of their neck, all the hair's like wet. And the Doctor's just like, oh.
Well, that's me. If he can withstand up to -200, he must be able to withstand higher heats.
Well, yeah, he won.
So it takes a lot to make him sweat. When does the Doctor sweat otherwise?
But
Do you ever remember the Doctor sweating?
I mean, there must have been some, but probably not in like a warm sense.
He doesn't sweat when he's in Planet of the Dead and he's in a fucking desert.
Just thought of something. I don't know what.
What? What?
It's Prince Andrew. Theory Prince Andrew.
Yeah, you can say that out loud. It's fine.
Yeah, the Doctor's Prince Andrew. He doesn't sweat.
Oh God, what a weird man. Jesus,
I'm sorry.
Where was I? Yeah, so eventually Martha runs to tell the rest of the crew to jettison the fuel. Elsewhere, McDonnell, she finds Corwin again, and she says to Corwin, "Look, I know this is all my fault." And he's doing his "burn with me" thing, and she lures him to an airlock. Yeah,
she does she's hiding in the corner of the airlock.
Oh, that's so funny. She's like trying to hide from him. Yeah, she goes into the airlock and then just crouches in a corner like a kid.
And he just opens the door and looks.
He doesn't even like look around the room. He just goes in immediately, just like looks 7 o'clock down at the floor, and she's like, oh no, oh no. Yeah. So then, yeah, she apologizes to the rest of the crew through the radio, and then she opens the airlock, and the two of them get sucked out into space.
Well, she grabs him.
Yeah,
she latches onto him.
Yeah, she grabs him, and she's like, "I love you."
Oh. And he's like, "Burn with me."
He's like, "Burn with me, babe." And then, yeah, again,
so
cool shot though.
It is, yeah.
Also, I just want to say, music in this one, cool. This is when a lot of the motifs, I think, are from Series 3 seem to pick up. We get a lot more of like All the Strange Creatures and Martha's theme, and a lot of like those little motifs are played throughout here. So the music in this era is so good. Anyway, Riley and Scannell are working on the last door to open while Martha runs towards them. The Doctor's now like defrosting, or fully defrosted even, and he kind of collapses onto the floor.
He's just wriggling, isn't he? He's just like wriggling, like commando crawling on the ground.
He's doing the worm. Yeah. He crawls into the corridor. He calls Martha on the comms to say he can't fight it, give it back. And then he opens his eyes, and obviously you can see the sun like flowing out of his eyes, and he's going, "Burn with me, Martha."
Oh, that's not very nice.
Spooky. At this point, there's only 58 seconds left until impact. So Martha reaches Scannell and Riley as they release the auxiliaries. No, they realize they're not working, right?
Yeah, they're trying them, but it's not doing anything.
Yeah. She tells them to vent the engines and to dump the sun particles in the fuel. They question her at first, but she basically just goes, "No!
Do it!"
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, all right then."
So,
Yes, Mum. They start turning the dials and vent the engines. And as the fuels, as it vents through the engines, it kind of replenishes the sun, I guess. And the Doctor's eyes start to clear. The auxiliary engines fire on reserves, and it sort of frees the ship from the gravitational pull of the sun, and they start to get away. I'll see the two guys, the only crew members left. They hug. Martha runs to find the Doctor, and they hug too. They're both kind of like laughing in relief.
yeah.
I guess. Like, whoa, that's a close one.
That's the thing, because the Doctor is just normal. Do you know what I mean? He reverts back.
Yeah.
That's
back to his normal self. Nothing happens. I didn't show weakness.
Yeah, but it's like, does that mean that theoretically the rest of them could have?
Yes. Probably. Yeah.
Oh, she was right. MacDonald was right.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Sad trombone.
Yeah. Oh.
So the Doctor and Martha head back to the vent room. Scannell and Riley kind of amazed by the size of the TARDIS. And the Doctor tells them to tell the truth to the authorities. He says that's a living sun. It needs care and protection like any other living thing. They go to leave, and Riley...
Aww.
Go on, you take this bit.
He's smitten. He's like,
Smitten.
are you off now? She's like, yeah. He's like, am I going to see you again? She's like, no.
Ouch. That's the equivalent of like giving someone a fake number.
Oh, and she does the thing. Oh, she does the thing of like, I'm sure you'll find someone though. And then uses the thing of, I already have. It's like, oh, bless him.
Yeah.
Go on, Martha. He actually
She kisses him.
She does. She gives him full of snog and then says, that was hot. Oh, didn't she say like, well done? That was hot or something like that?
And Scannell's just in the background,
She's
like really uncomfortably just standing there. So then, she kisses him and then she goes back in the TARDIS. She tries to joke with the Doctor. She's like, oh, look, we didn't need you after all. And he's just kind of standing there uncomfortably, just looking into the middle distance.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But she asks how he's doing. And then he kind of snaps back to his normal self. And he goes, ice skating. I think he's had enough of the heat, you know. Martha's like, wherever you want, mate. And this is when he goes, oh, I got something for you. And he gives her the big old chain with a key to the TARDIS on it.
Yeah.
Another frequent flyer's privilege. And then he thanks Martha with a little smile. Martha's like, oh, my mum.
Aw.
I don't know why I keep making her northern.
Oh,
my mum.
My mum.
So she calls Francine back. She's like, oh, 3 calls in one day. I am popular. And she invites Martha over for tea. Martha's like, yeah, sure, no problem. Just remind me, what day is it? And she's like, it's election day. So Martha's like, yep, cool. Be around for tea, roughly. Probably. The Doctor kind of like smiles and they go off. Francine hangs up and you can clearly see Sinister Woman and other government agents in the background trying to trace the phone call again. They confiscate the phone?
Yeah, it's like they take it in for like evidence.
Yeah, what's that about? That's her phone.
I know, but I guess it stops her maybe communicating with Martha. Like warning her about
Not really,
things.
though, because you just contact someone else, wouldn't you? You'd just be like, hey, can you call Martha?
I know, but like, or maybe if Martha tries to send her text messages or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's weird though. Yeah, so they confiscate the phone. The woman asks if she's voted. She's like, I have.
A has.
She's turned Texan. She's like, I have. I hope you don't expect me to tell you who for though. And yeah, the woman says, thank you for everything you've done. Mr. Saxon will be very grateful. And then she walks out of frame. And Francine just follows her. And then it ends.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an abrupt ending, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's 42. It is kind of, this was kind of brief.
Yeah. Well, I've got a little bit to talk about, so it's not.
Yeah, go on.
massive,
Yeah, go on.
so.
What have you got to talk about?
So I know earlier I mentioned, like, for a reason why I kind of, in some aspects, like this more than the other ones so far.
Yeah.
And I think, even though I think the stories are more fun, which usually is something I'm more drawn towards than like a sci-fi. I know Doctor Who's sci-fi, but I'm
Yeah, you prefer the...
a rompy
Yeah.
fantasy kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I like Martha more in this because she doesn't, and I know I harp on about this often, but she doesn't mention her affection for the Doctor. You get it. You understand her
Well,
affection.
that's what I mean. I feel like in this, it's more of that thing that most companions have, which is awe at who he is, not like, oh, this fit guy doesn't fancy me.
But that's the thing. Like when she has that opportunity where, like it's when she's speaking to Riley, like, and the two of them are there. You know, I feel like previous versions of Martha would have mentioned, like, you know, he's amazing. That's why I love him.
Yeah.
I feel like they would have been something like that, or like, you know, something along those lines. But that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Or like Riley would mention about, oh, I can clearly see how much you love him.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that doesn't happen because it makes.
Well, this is what I mean when I say when we talked about this before. And you've mentioned this as one of your like critiques for Martha and for Series 3 as a whole. And I said, I don't actually think it's brought up as much as you think it is. I'd say it is, okay, you can say like every episode there might be something, but it's never a big focusing point. It's like in Daleks in Manhattan, there's that brief conversation with Martha and Tallulah, but it's not like oh, I love him or whatever. It's always just this brief thing of like, she's like, are you two a thing? And Martha's like, no, he's not like that. And she's like, oh, he's into musical theatre. And that's like it. And then obviously it'll come up a bit more within like human nature and stuff. But again, I feel like that's more of Martha's doctor side, as in not the doctor, as in doctor of medicine side, coming out, wanting to take care of him, care for him. But then, yeah, she does feel a bit hurt because there's that moment, isn't there, where she's like, why do you have to go and fall in love with a human? And it wasn't me.
Well, that's the thing. We'll get onto that next
We'll talk.
time,
Yeah, we'll talk about that more next time.
In this episode, like I said, we get, like I said, more of her admiration for him just for being the Doctor, not for being someone she loves. And therefore, because it's not a focus point and she isn't pining after him, we get to see more of her. Do you mean we get those moments where we see she's caring or she's intelligent?
I actually feel like this, the way you describe that, I feel like that's also how she is in Gridlock. Because she gets kidnapped by Milo and Sheen. And there's that thing, isn't there, where she's talking to them and she's like, oh, the Doctor will save us. But she's not like, oh, he's amazing. I love him. He's so fit.
She does mention to them how she feels about him, though. But that's the thing. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if it was like 1 or 2 episodes, but it literally so far has been every single episode it's mentioned. It's the focus, and I understand why, because it's kind of like the drive of her story. I just hate that. I hate that we've got such an interesting character.
I disagree in the sense of I think it's fair enough to say it's come up in every episode, but I don't see it as Martha's driving force for her character. I see it as the driving force for the Doctor's character. Because I think it's less about Martha learning to stand up for herself and more about this is how the Doctor's dealing with grief and basically trying to get a rebound.
Yeah, but I think it's when I mean by her drive of her character, I mean more in the sense of like why she's there. Like the whole reason she's there is because she feels the way she does about him.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's like, do you mean I feel like, I mean, a great example would be like Belinda. Again, equally intelligent, also a doctor.
Yeah.
I know we've kind of discussed this, but like when she's put in danger and she almost dies, she's annoyed. She's had enough.
She wants to go home, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I feel like, and maybe that's the reason why, because she loves the doctor so much and she wants to stay. Otherwise, she would be too, I guess, wise, I guess, would be the thing of like, well, no, this is ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
why would I be doing this?
Yeah, that's fair, I think. I'm very curious, not to keep harping on about human nature, but I'm very curious to see how you'll feel about it, because you've been pretty vocal as of recent about how you do not like the next two-parter.
No.
Mental, because I think it's one of the best stories in the show. And I don't think that's a me being like unique thing. I'm pretty sure it is generally regarded very highly.
I know.
So I'm very curious whether you'll feel differently.
I don't think I will. I think some things are ingrained. To me, you can kind of change my mind if I'm on the fence about something, or if I'm like not really many feelings. I don't like them.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll be difficult. So brace yourself, listeners, to some controversy.
Another Charlotte's hot take.
Look, it would be boring if we both had the same opinions.
True.
So
very true.
But yeah, don't worry. You don't have to mention anything because I already get enough stick off of Connor and all the guys for it.
Do you have anything else for 42?
I don't know. I don't really think so.
Do you want some trivia time?
Yeah, go on then.
So what have I got here? I have, wow, this is a boring fact. That's good to reflect on as you're about to say it, isn't it? The transmission was postponed to the 19th of May rather than the 12th because of Eurovision.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't do that last year, did they?
No, same day.
Yeah, do you remember that whole thing with Interstellar Song Contest? And we were like, is Doctor Who going to have enough time to air? Because it was like sandwiched between like the World Cup and...
Yeah, the
FA Cup, whatever. It was between the football and the Eurovision.
I mean, we're literally... Eurovision's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not very into news, but I've heard people are boycotting it, but I haven't looked into it. I don't know what's going on.
Probably. Apparently it was suggested that this could be a sequel to The Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit. And he was going to revisit, Zachary Cross Flane and Ida, basically the two survivors of that story. And the Ood as well were also going to make an appearance.
Oh, Ood.
But apparently it was decided not, like, they weren't going to do that because they didn't want people to essentially just merge the two stories in their mind.
That's fair enough.
Which I find quite funny because obviously aesthetically this is quite similar.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people do mix them up anyway.
Do they?
Yeah.
I think the Impossible Planet and Satan Pit is significantly better.
Oh, I do too. But I feel like people, at least more casual fans maybe.
I guess it's because it's DT as well.
Yeah, and they're only like a series apart, but it's like, I don't know. They kind
and there's a blonde captain. Well, technically she's not the captain.
And it's very like grungy.
Yeah.
No, because Zachary's the captain.
They all look kind of dirty or sweaty in some way. Just shriveled. Is that the word?
Dishevelled.
Dishevelled.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. The sun only possesses men, and those it possesses only kill women.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because I thought that was going to come up, because I thought that the reason why it was doing it initially was because the only two people who knew about the power sucking was, is it Colwyn? Is that his name?
Colwyn. No L. Colwyn.
Was Corwin and MacDonald. So I thought that...
MacDonald.
Why have they got different surnames? They're married. I know that can happen, but still.
Corwin could be his first name.
Mr. and Mrs.
Corwin could be his first name.
Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that... So he would know that it was her choice to do that, and therefore he was coming after her because he was angry with her.
Yeah.
But he could tell that the others were women, but obviously couldn't see that it was her. Maybe that's what I thought initially we would go down.
Yeah.
Like he was hunting for her, hence why he'd go for the women. And then when he found Ashton, he was like, well, I know you're not her and you'll be able to help.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like from a physical point of view, you would need stereotypically a man to be stronger to overwhelm them, because it's nothing to do with that.
Yeah, it's not a physical strength thing.
No.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
So yeah, I thought that was going to
Good
link.
headcanon.
I thought it was going to link, but it didn't.
Yeah. It could still be a headcanon. That's fine. Some of the sound effects in this episode were taken from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I didn't know that.
Originally, Martha was going to be infected by the sun, but Russell felt that it would be more effective if the Doctor suffered this fate with Martha saving him, which I think is fair.
How would Martha have survived that?
Well, presumably she would have been possessed like the others. Yeah, I don't know. But I think that's fair. My only thing is, obviously, because the very next story is human nature, isn't that just Martha saving the Doctor twice?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But I think
I'm not saying she can't do it twice, but like they're literally back to back. Like you think you'd space them out. If 42 was like episode 3 or something.
I feel like that's the whole thing with Martha's like line though. Do you know what I mean? Like she often jumps in. Whereas like the like Rose and like if you go to like Amy and maybe not so much Clara, but even Clara in many aspects, like they're not saving the day. I feel like Martha's very proactive.
Yeah.
So
she's kind of the savior of the end of this season.
Yeah. So I think she often is, trying to fix things.
That's quite a common thing in Russell series, isn't it? Because you could argue Rose is the savior of series 1.
I guess, yeah.
Martha's the savior of series 3. Donna's kind of the savior of series 4.
Yeah.
That's kind of a common thing in Russell series, isn't it? Just Doomsday's really the only one that doesn't really fit the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. The only other thing I've got, and it's not even really a bit of trivia, it's more of just, hey, this is an interesting comparison. Obviously, the 11th Doctor would later encounter another celestial body, but in this case, it would be a planet in the Rings of Akaten instead of a sun.
I like that one.
Yeah. That's all I've got. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Cool. This was a short one.
I knew it would be. It's gonna be, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not a lot to chew on, really. It's just kind of like, yeah, this is happening. And
yeah.
There's a couple little moments I like. I like the directing of that escape pod sequence.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like a couple of David's acting choices in terms of, like, say, when he's clearly, like, I don't know, eyeing up the other guy. Not Corwin, the other one.
I think it's interesting, though, I will say before we kind of end, like, we're already seeing kind of like the Doctor's decline.
Yes.
Like, I feel like in this episode, like you said earlier, how he's really insensitive.
Yeah.
He makes rash decisions.
Yeah.
He gets angry quite quickly.
Yeah.
And he's quite arrogant.
He shouts at people and he demands not respect, but I don't know, a position of authority. He expects people to do as he says.
Yeah. Whereas like,
and obviously they're going to be like, well, who are you? I don't just take orders from you. I don't know who you are. But he expects people to just listen
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting that like,
that's the thing. You could argue that's just a Doctor trait generally, but I don't know, because again, I can't imagine Matt doing that.
No, I can't.
I can't imagine.
I think it's one of those things. Other Doctors, they start doing stuff, and then when people realize how intelligent and they are, or like the Doctors are, that they're kind of, oh well, you have a lot of information, we'll follow you, like the natural leader.
I think this is why, and again we'll talk about this more when we get to that one, but I think that's why Midnight is so, like, it's the perfect attack for this specific Doctor. As soon as he's trapped in a room of people that he's smarter than, but don't like him for that same reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they got to say, why should we trust you? And his answer just being, because I'm clever. Do you know what I mean? It's like, again, can you imagine like 11 saying that?
No, I can't.
Can you imagine, even 12? Can you imagine 12 saying that? I can imagine 12 throwing out a couple of insults to people, but I can't imagine him basically being like, you should just listen to me because you're stupid and I'm clever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he would just say we should do something. And if they refuse to do it, he'd be like, I'm filled with a room full of pudding brains or something. Yeah, and then he would just go off and do it.
Yeah, and he would just go off and do it off his own back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? 9 was kind of the same. You know how you see 9 in like the long game where, I don't know, he'd talk to like say like catheter or whatever, and he clearly didn't respect them at first. But it's this thing of like, he didn't demand their respect or their, like, he didn't demand authority over them. He was just kind of like, well, just stay out of my way. Just go and do your own thing and I'll do my thing. But yeah, the 10th Doctor always feels like he needs to be the man in the room.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is like the first signs of it, I think.
You get little bits here and there. But yeah, I think this is where it starts to become more noticeable.
Yeah.
He does some pretty heinous things in the next story.
And I think it's interesting. I wonder if that's the whole point at the end when Martha says, obviously, to the Doctor, like, oh, we didn't need you in the end.
Yeah.
I wonder whether that's like supposed to be something that's an ego thing where he's
maybe.
like, you didn't need me and that pisses me off. Like, you're the one who saved me. And maybe that's why he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Because again, he's not that spiteful. Like I say, he gives her a smile, he gives her a hug, he gives her a key, he says thank you.
Yeah.
He's not spiteful. He's just, I think he's clearly got a lot more...
You can see...
He's got a lot more self-investment than the other Doctors normally do.
But it's like when Rose gets a TARDIS key, it's like a lot more excitement. It's like, look what I've got for you. It's like, whereas like, it feels like he's like holding back when he gives Martha the key.
I don't know, actually. Do you remember how he gives Rose the TARDIS key?
No.
Aliens of London, when Rose is like, how do I know you're not just going to go off and disappear? And he goes, here you go, TARDIS key.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I feel like he's gritting his teeth when he's giving her the key. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like that one's making less of a deal about it.
I don't get him gritting his teeth with Martha. I don't get that. I feel like he's genuinely grateful for her and everything. But yeah, I think it's less of a... I don't think it's spite in the sense of like, oh, I can't believe you saved me. I just see it more as it's a personal blow to his ego that he needed to be saved.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, I think he's... Yeah. But yeah, I guess we shall see. We shall watch the further decline.
Yeah. We'll see the further decline of everyone's beloved British national treasure, David Tennant.
Oh, no. Never DT. Only the Doctor.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else?
That's everything.
Cool. Right. Well, thank you all very much for listening. We appreciate you very much as always.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like. You can subscribe. You can follow us over on your podcast streamer of choice. That could be Spotify. It could be Apple Podcasts. It could be YouTube Music. Or that's probably about it. Yeah, like I say, leave a comment. Say something nice to Charles if you have something to say.
Oh, no.
We love to hear what you have to say. We've had some lovely comments in the past. We know that our upload schedule is a bit kind of all over the place, but hey, life goes on, and there's a lot of TV to cover here, and we have a lot of things going on. But we appreciate every single time you guys tune in. So thank you. But yeah, otherwise, I guess we'll see you in the next episode where Martha's going to have a real bad time.
She is.
But until then, stay safe. Stay away from sentient suns.
Don't look at the sun.
Don't look at the sun, kids.
Don't look at the sun.
Even when people tell you, look, eclipse, don't look at the sun.
Don't do it. Just record it and look back.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.